So where are we heading? Barry or Barbados? Guess what? It's not Barry. Well, hello and welcome.
Hello.
We're Marcus and Melissa, and we're Fly Drive Explore on YouTube, and we're just about to embark on our first ever transatlantic cruise.
It's exciting.
Yeah, considering our very first cruise was less than 6 months ago.
It was.
We should be called Fly Drive Explore and a bit of cruising as well. Well, in this short video, we're going to go through our itinerary, and actually, when you're watching this, we're probably on the cruise.
Yes.
We'll be somewhere in the Atlantic.
We will. Yeah.
So join us on our little adventure. First time across the Atlantic. Have you been across the Atlantic? On a ship? I've been across the plane a few times, on a ship. But anyway, the itinerary. It's 15 days, isn't it?
It is.
And we're on the P&O Arvia, which is one of the largest ships in the P&O fleet. If you don't know, P&O are a UK-based cruise company owned by
Cunard.
Carnival.
Oh, Carnival.
Carnival. Yeah.
That's it.
And it's based in Southampton.
It's a new ship as well, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's the largest, the sister ship of the Iona. 5,200 people and about 1,800 staff, I think.
At maximum capacity.
Yeah,
isn't it?
maximum capacity. And it's a bit of a repositioning, well, it is a repositioning cruise, because in the summer, last summer, it's been in the Mediterranean. Now it's sailing over to the Caribbean for the winter season.
That's right, yeah. We will be going from
Southampton on the Friday, and we're going across the Bay of Biscay. The Bay of Biscay, oh my
in
God.
October.
I've heard some reports about that. And our first stop will be in Gran Canaria. So let's have a look. I've written it down because it's a bit confusing.
On Halloween.
So, and it says here as well, all P&O ships have a godmother. Like we were on Britannia, and the godmother was the Queen.
That's it.
But for the Arvia, they've got someone particularly British. Nicole Scherzinger.
Yeah, so it's strange.
I know.
Is there one?
They got like Helen Mirren, Princess Anne, the Queen, and Nicole Scherzinger. I don't know. Anyway.
Enough of that.
So let's have a look at the itinerary again. Let's get back to that. So we've got 3 days at sea.
You say a lot of so.
Am I?
Yeah.
Okay, I apologise.
So we've got
a needle pulling thread. 3 days at sea.
Yes.
Until we get to Gran Canaria, which is Halloween and my birthday.
Explains a lot.
Yeah. And then from there, we've got how many days?
6 days.
6 sea days before we get to the British Virgin Islands.
Yes. And one of the things I was thinking about, would there be enough to do on the ship? Or we'll see, won't we?
We'll see.
It's a
so
big
make
ship.
sure you subscribe and see how we get on. I don't know how we're going to do it day in every day or whatever happens. We'll see what comes up.
Yes.
By the way, if you haven't seen our very first cruise experience, check out the video in the description below, and I'll probably stick it at the end as well.
Yeah, we went on P&O
Aurora, yeah, as a taster back in May. So, yeah, 6 sea days, then it's the British Virgin Islands. And after that, check my list.
St. Kitts.
St. Kitts, yeah, you're right.
I know. Martinique.
And
Barbados.
Barbados for a couple of days before we fly back to Bournemouth. I didn't even know Bournemouth had an airport, let alone big enough to take 787.
What's interesting, they do fly to Cardiff,
Yeah.
but only on the 14th day, and this is a 15-day cruise.
It would have been a day earlier, and we would have missed out on a day in Barbados. I imagine Bournemouth Airport to be like a field with a bloke in a tent.
As long as the plane is okay. We're flying TUI, aren't we?
Yeah. If we didn't know, P&O used to fly with TUI and Virgin Atlantic, and now they no longer have that relationship, and they're flying with like a chartered airline from Malta called Marath Air, and people are up in arms because it's basically they use it for like football trips and emergency flights.
And there's no entertainment on the.
But luckily, our flight is one of the last with TUI.
Yes. Yes, and we've got premium as well, haven't we? Economy. So we've got a little bit of extra leg room, slightly
But
nicer.
people
food,
were
a bit of
complaining
space.
because, oh, you're going on holiday, don't worry about the flights. And you're thinking, well, if you've got different classes of cabin and it's a holiday, people like nicer environment to fly in.
Yeah.
You want a slightly better cabin if you can afford it.
And a lot of people,
And there's no entertainment, which is really unusual for a transatlantic.
and quite a few
flight.
people, pick cruising because they don't like flying.
Yeah.
So they like to having the extra little bit of space. I don't like flying really.
Yeah.
So I like having the extra leg room, wider seats, and things like that.
Oh, when Mel flies, we have to check out what plane we're going on, what seats. We have to look at the video to make sure they got air vents.
Well, I haven't
and
looked
stuff
at
like
this
that.
one,
Yeah.
but I know it's a 787 Dreamliner.
normally have individual air vents.
Yes. So,
Anyway, this is about the cruise, not about flying.
I know. 8 hours, I think it's 8 hours coming back.
Let's have a look at what's on board.
Yes.
What's on board the entertainment? Because we have got 9 sea days.
Yes.
That's a long time. 3, then 6.
So, do you want me to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. But Mel's booked. I just go along. Mel's organised everything. What have you booked?
What have I booked? Well, the facilities on board, they've got swimming pools, haven't they?
Yeah, 4 pools, I think.
Got a number of pools. One of
Yeah,
them is covered
yeah,
over.
yeah.
They've got
Hopefully, by the
theatres.
3rd day, it'll be hot enough to be outside in any case.
They've got theatres, so you can see different shows. Most of them, they're free. What else have they got?
What have you booked? People can look at what's on the
Okay.
ship. But what are we doing?
So we've booked the Limelight Club for one night,
With a drag act.
which is a drag act
La
called
Voix.
La Voix, who used to be on Britain's Got Talent. She was on Britain's Got Talent. So that would be interesting. The Limelight Club, you pay an extra 25 to 30 pounds, and basically you have a nice sit-down meal, 2.5 hours, and entertainment.
And a drag act.
Well,
I'm
this
not
one's
big-
a drag
I'm
act.
not a big fan of drag acts. I just find the act all the same normally. But it could be
However-
different. On YouTube, I've looked it up and she looks okay.
However, they usually have 2 or 3 different types of acts on the Limelight Club during a cruise, and the other act is at Gareth Gates. I didn't fancy Gareth Gates.
No offence to Gareth Gates.
No offence, don't
Probably
take offence,
very-
Gareth. So we've booked that. We've
The
booked
Halloween party.
a Halloween. Yeah.
Yeah, my birthday's on Halloween, as I mentioned, and we'll be in Gran Canaria, and there is a Halloween dressing up party.
There is, and we're going as. What are we going as? Are we going to hotel?
I don't need to dress up.
No. Marcus is going as Grandpa Dracula.
Grandpa Dracula.
So you'll see what we go as. But we are definitely dressing up, and we're having an informal meet up with a lot of people on Facebook.
Yeah, and surprisingly, the Facebook group for this ship and this cruise in particular is a friendly Facebook group.
Yes.
Because we mentioned in previous videos how they're all a bit strange.
And also, it's quite a large Facebook group. It's over like
yeah.
1,100
So
people
it looks
in
like
there.
it's going to be a good meetup.
Yeah, it should be a good meetup. And I think P&O are doing something like on board for like.
Yeah, I was concerned because Mel
prizes
wanted me
for
to dress up at the
costumes.
start, right? I was concerned I was going to be dressed up and no other person's going to be dressed up.
Well, I will be. You and me.
But now
Yeah.
they've got a proper event now, so
They've got something going on. The other things we've booked: entertainment in the night. We've
yeah.
booked a few shows.
What formal nights are there?
There's 2 formal nights. Only one a week on the new ships Arvia and
Yeah.
Iona.
got
And
2,
there's the
that's right.
Halloween night as well.
Okay.
What I was going to say was we've booked some other bands and things going on. The Privateers are on there, which is a great band that we saw on Britannia.
Yeah, they're like folk rock shanty type band.
Yeah, sea shanty.
The good thing about that, they sort of cross age groups.
Yeah, and they're really, really good.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that. Also, I can't remember what I was going to say now. What was I going to say?
I don't know.
We've booked for your birthday in the evening. We've booked there's a few specialty restaurants you pay extra for, and we although there's quite a lot included in your fare, you don't have to. But we've booked a vegetarian restaurant called Green & Co for your birthday.
But that's Halloween. I'm a vampire. I can't be seen in
Yeah.
a vegetarian restaurant.
So we're both
as a
getting up
vampire.
as vampires on Halloween, and we're going to a vegetarian restaurant.
By the way,
that'll be interesting.
we're heading off tomorrow, and this room's a mess. It looks tidy here. I've narrowed the lens down so you can't see all the bags and rubbish. We've
packed
got a lot of stuff. We've got more. It's only 15 nights. We've got
a lot for some reason.
we've been to America for 23 days. We've had less stuff
I
than
don't know
this.
how, but we've got a lot on this cruise.
I tell you what, because we're crossing the Bay of Biscay, and I've heard horrendous reports, half my bag is full of travel sickness pills.
Yeah. Also, we've got a couple of excursions booked, haven't we?
Excuse me, I'll get my list. Yep.
We've got a couple of excursions booked on this cruise. 2 with P&O.
We've never done a P&O
Excursion
before on our cruises. We've done it ourselves, but
so we've got a day in Gran Canaria, and we're going to different places. I think it might be a distillery, and there might be like an aloe vera place, and different things like that. That should be interesting. And we're booked when we're coming back. You have to get off the cruise ship quite early.
Yeah, you have to leave your room quite early.
Leave your room quite early, not get off the cruise ship.
Farewell to Barbados.
So we're doing that. And we're also doing an excursion with Gray's excursion in St Kitts, which is an independent excursion. So we've got a few excursions booked. That one's to see some of the St Kitts around the island. And again, I think it might be a stop off in some
actually, Caribbean's quite new to us. Like, you've been to Aruba.
I've been to Aruba, yeah.
Without me. And
that was good.
And I went to the Bahamas when I was about 11. So that was a very long time ago.
But we're even though we want to obviously go on the beaches and everything, we like to explore as well. So we're not going to just lie on the beach for a few days. We're going to go around the islands.
So on board, we haven't got the internet. We didn't get the internet package. So how are we going to be in 15 days?
We'll be okay because when we booked this, we had some onboard credit. So this is extras to give you as an incentive to book.
I think we'll get a few days.
And we'll pay for some days with that.
I've heard reports. Emma Cruises was on the Arvia last week, and she said the internet was good. So I don't know if they've upgraded the system to that.
They've said they were upgrading it to Starlink by the end of the year, which is like Elon Musk.
Is it?
I've said about it in the better.
Yeah.
But Elon Musk's internet, satellite internet, so it should be fast.
What's the one from Terminator? Skynet.
Skynet, yeah. Not Skynet, Starlink. So the internet should be fast.
Yeah, so we'll see. Yeah, we got quite a bit of credit. We didn't get the drinks package because Mel doesn't drink much. And when you share a cabin, both of you have to have it. So. And
I don't want to feel forced to drink like the maximum of your drinks every day. You know, well, you won't mind, will you? But like 1 or 2 days,
after.
Like I can have a nice drink, I have a nice cocktail, like a couple of glasses of wine, but more than that, and I don't really have.
It could be mutiny by the 5th sea day.
But it's not just the fact with the drinks; it's the fact that you have to drink that much. Really, you feel like you're trying to get your money's worth for 15 days in a row. So.
Anyway, that was basically our outline of what we're doing.
Yeah.
It's just a short video. I hope it's not too long. To introduce ourselves and say subscribe, come along and see our adventure as we cross the Atlantic from Southampton to Barbados.
And when we'll be sick on the Bay of Biscay.
Yeah.
That's the question.
We'll see you on board. Bye.
Goodbye.